What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the video. I hope you're having a fantastic evening. Tonight I am here with the 2025 Hyundai IONIQ 5N. Okay, the holy grail of performance electric SUVs outside of Tesla. Okay, we're gonna take a look at all the lighting elements, the way everything shines in the moonlight.
What?
And how everything looks on the interior at night as well. All right, first thing we're gonna check out here is what happens as you approach the vehicle. So this does have keyless entry. We get close, you can see the power folding mirrors come out, as well as the door handles. See, these have recessed door handles. You can see the one in the rear is still flush, but the driver's side one comes out so you can get in. And it's not until you unlock all four doors that the ones in the rear come out as well. All right, so we're just gonna hop in, start it up, and then take a look at the exterior lighting. All right, first let's take a look here at the headlights. Quite the unique design to them, I have to say. Let's start over here on the left side. The running lights have this really sharp squared off shape to it. Zooming in here, you can see there's a whole bunch of little squares there on that running light. And on the inside of the housing off to the left side here too, you'll see that's a reoccurring theme in a lot of the lighting on the car, especially in the rear. The whole design of this car is supposed to be like futuristic meets retro with all this like pixelated lighting element. I think it's really cool actually. So you can see housed within those squared off running lights are two projector beam LEDs. Now the one on the side here, this is your low beam, and then your high beam is this inner one here on the other side. And if you look at it from this side angle, you can see there's another amber running light on the side that also doubles as the side reflector. You can see there's no side reflector anywhere else, but it's actually inside the headlight housing. I think that was a good place to put it. Really cleans up the rest of it. And you were able to incorporate that little light into it as well. Now over here on the other side, I have the turn signal turned on, also LED, but that running light also doubles as the turn signal. And you can see that really bright amber color. These are very hard to miss, okay? I'm practically going blind right now. You can see looking at that light dead on, extremely bright. And now moving down to the side of the car, you can see we have blacked out mirrors with these nice LED turn signal indicators. This also continues that squared pixelated theme. Again, I think that looks really cool. These are power folding mirrors as well. I think this just looks extremely sharp at night, especially with this matte paint. There aren't any excess reflections or anything bouncing off the paint, so it's just really easy to see. The name of this color is Performance Blue Matte, and I like how it looks the same at pretty much every angle you look at it. I think that's the beauty of matte paint. It won't play any tricks on your eyes. Now, with this being the IONIQ 5N, it's got all these crazy accents. So the accent color for the N model is this really bright orange. So you can see on this side skirt going along the bottom. It's also found here in the front on the bottom of the bumper. Right here in the middle of the grille, there's a small stripe. I guess this is kind of like Hyundai's version of doing a racing stripe. So instead of having a racing stripe that goes all the way across the entire car, they just have it here in the front, and they have just enough there for you to be able to see it. And they also did the same thing in the back. That orange also continues here on the brake calipers. So let's talk about the wheel and tire setup. This is a 21-inch wheel on Pirelli P0 tires, 15-inch brakes with 4 piston calipers. And personally, I think this is the best wheel design that Hyundai has ever made. I absolutely love it. And I love how at night you can still see how sharp and angular the car is, all the different body lines and creases. And now back in the rear, this is where things really start to look crazy. Just look at this. Now, aside from the lighting, just the shape of this, especially at this like 3/4 angle, the way the rear just gets wider and it slopes down like that, that just crazy, looks crazy. Now looking at the lights, you can see what I was talking about before, how that pixelated design elements remain here in the rear. Basically, just like in the front, you had those U-shapes for the running lights. Now here in the back, you have these complete rectangles. So basically you have the rectangles as the tail lights, and then when you hit the brake, the squares fill in, become solid, but also the turn signal works the same way. When you have the turn signal on, you can see the insides of the squares fully illuminate, and then blink off. So we have full LED lighting in the rear. I really like this really small and sharp running light that runs below the lights and stretches all the way across. You can see we have this matte black Hyundai emblem that pops really nicely off of the light colored paint. Little hard to see here at night, but you can see it says IONIQ 5 spelled across right there underneath. The bumper is all gloss black, looks really nice, and they even incorporated that square design element here into the reflector. I think that was really clever. Most reflectors look very boring, but the way they incorporated this one and the one in the front too inside the headlight housing, I think they did a good job at not overlooking that. We have LED lighting there for the license plate, nice bright white. Got a nice diffuser down here at the bottom and another orange accent going across. Up here we have this really funky looking third brake light. You can see it's a triangle, something different. Again, just adding to that angular design theme we have going on here. And now heading back into the cargo area, the button is right down here. Okay, so we have lighting on the bottom of the tailgate. Don't always see that, so that's nice. So that kind of lights up the area around you. So if you were in a dark environment, this would, I guess, make your surroundings a little bit safer at night. And now on the inside, we have one LED light off to the left side, but it is quite bright, so that's good. So here in the rear, behind the second row seats, we have about 26 cubic feet of storage. Off to the left side here, they do give you a 12-volt outlet. Here underneath the floor, off to the left side, you'll see the power adapter. That's your charger right there. And then we have a tire mobility kit, which means it's basically fix-a-flat. There is no spare tire, so that is one downside to the IONIQ 5N. You do not get a spare tire, and there really isn't any additional storage underneath here because you got a big motor right under here. Now, in order to fold down the second row seats, we do have to come into the back seat and hit this lever down here. There isn't anything on the top, so you do have to do it from the bottom of the seat. And then after you do fold down those second row seats, you now have 59.5 cubic feet of storage. So now we're gonna head into the interior. All right. And now here's the interior of the IONIQ 5N at night. So the first thing I want to go over is all the backlighting on all the buttons, just to see how well we can see everything in here at night. So starting over here on the console, we have all the little shortcut buttons that Hyundai puts in all their cars, which I think are very useful. Home, map, search, seek track, so fast forward, rewind, media, favorites, setup, and this is your tuning knob and your volume knob here. Just below that, we have all our climate controls that are good and legible here at night. You have your start stop button right here. Sometimes that's hard to see, but with the backlighting, no issue. Now the steering wheel here has a lot of buttons on it, but they are nice and easy to see. So over here on the left side, we have our drive mode selector. These are all our adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist buttons, and the wheel to control the digital gauge display there. Gauge display is nice and bright. You can adjust the brightness of it, but I think it defaults to a good brightness for nighttime, not too dim, not too bright either. Over here on the right side of the wheel, we have our boost button, we have our audio controls, fast forward, rewind, volume, phone button, voice command, and again, favorites. Now these two end buttons at the bottom bring up your customized drive settings. And peeking out down here at the bottom is the transmission selector. So even though it sticks out like a stalk, you do twist it to put it into gear. So there's a little knob here on the end that you twist, then you hit park to put it in park. You just twist it up to go in drive, twist it down to put it in reverse. While we're at it, let's put it in reverse. So here is what the camera resolution looks like at night, the 360 camera and the backup camera. Now this system does have the 3D model that still at night looks really good. And I love how on this system, the car actually matches the exact spec of the one we're in, same color and everything, looks really sharp. But I think Hyundai, Kia, and Genesis, they have one of the best 360 camera systems in the business. They really are ahead when it comes to infotainment and just little stuff like this. This is a great camera system. The surroundings are nice and bright and undistorted. Most camera systems with the 3D camera or anything remotely close to this, everything just looks super distorted and weird. This is not the case here. Everything looks like, this almost looks like I'm in Grand Theft Auto. Like this, it's just so clear, it's kind of mind-boggling. And even at night, looks good as well. We have all these different camera views. That's your regular backup camera. We have this kind of top-down view, side views, and full screen backup. Okay, nice large infotainment touchscreen. Again, nice and bright. It's very responsive as well. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Now here in N mode, cool animation right there. This is where you customize all your different drive settings. Now it's very highly customizable. It's almost overwhelming the amount of different options you can configure here, but it is nice that it is that highly customizable, especially something with the performance that this car has. Really is remarkable. And also on the topic of lighting, down here, you do have lights right where your different outlets are, so you can see them. That is good. These lights here are for the wireless charger. I do have another phone here sitting on the wireless charger. Down here, we have our buttons for parking sensors, and you can bring up the camera system without putting it in reverse. And then down below that, you can see here, we have another USB-C port, and there's a 12 volt there. There's no light on the 12 volt, but the USB-C port is illuminated. Now, when you do need to turn on the lighting, up here at the top, you can see these buttons here for the lights. Now, the dome lights at the top, they are LED, and as you can see, they are very bright. So now the cabin is very well lit at night. Now, this mirror up here at the top, it is not a digital mirror, but it does have automatic dimming. Now, as far as inside the center console, there is no lighting in there. And then inside the glove box, we do get a light inside the glove box. So we have a little LED light up there. So if I turn off this main light, yeah, still nice and bright inside the glove box. So you can adequately see whatever you got in there. And now the thing in here that stands out the most is going to be the ambient lighting. So we do have ambient lighting on all 4 doors, not just in the front. Some companies like to cheap out and not put it in the back, but we do get it on all 4 doors. The colors are customizable, so we'll go through the color options, but first let's see what is here. So we have ambient lighting going around all 4 speaker grills. Ambient lighting going around, and then on the door panel, we get an ambient lighting strip that's kind of tucked between the armrest and the side panel. So we have it there on the passenger door, over here on the driver's side door, and looking into the back seat, you see it there as well. So I am glad that it is on all 4. Looks nice. I think it would have been nice if they maybe added one more light somewhere on the dash, but it does look nice. And to customize the colors for the ambient lighting, we're gonna go here into setup, vehicle, lights, ambient lighting, color. Now if we hit here, it brings up this color wheel, and we can just start going through. Choose whatever shade or whatever color you like. Plenty of options here. As soon as you hit OK, want to make it purple. OK. Slide over to red. Boom. So definitely a big fan of the interior ambient lighting. And now we're going to head into the back seat to see what things look like back there. Now, when you open the door to get out, we do get the dome lights that come on in the front and in the back, but check out the N logos in the front seats. They do illuminate. That looks incredible. One thing that's really cool is that the seats in the back can actually recline and slide back and forth, pretty much just like the ones up front. Let's turn on the light so we can actually see. Okay, so here in the back seat, nice flat floor. It is an EV, so it should have a flat floor. Here in the back seat, we do get air vents on each side on the pillars, and then down in the middle, 2 USB-C ports, and they are illuminated. So now when I turn off the light, basically the only things you can see back here are those 2 chargers down in the center. To the side here, you see the ambient lighting in the door panel and on the speaker grill, and then you can see a little illumination on the window button. Now, as far as lighting elements go, that's pretty much it for the back seat. But again, let's turn on that dome light. Very bright, and it's LED. It's not a old school looking yellow light. It's a nice white light and very bright. And here's how the interior looks from the back. Let's pan over to see that nice ambient lighting in the door panel. Now, one thing that is notably missing from the IONIQ 5N is a sunroof or moonroof. There is none, and you can't option it with one. So if there was one, that would be letting in a lot of additional light. So I do think the cabin would be a bit brighter at night if it did have some sort of moonroof, even if it just had a standard size. I mean, a panoramic would let in a ton of light, but even just a standard would certainly be an improvement. Also, another thing to note, when you open the door, when the dome lights come on, and then the N logo in the front of the seat illuminates, the one in the back does not illuminate, so it's only in the front. So that is going to wrap up this night review of this 2025 Hyundai IONIQ 5N. If you enjoyed this video, please share with a friend and subscribe. It'll really help the channel grow. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any new videos. Let me know down in the comments what other vehicles you want to see on the channel next, and be sure to follow @Optical Automotive on TikTok and Instagram, and check out the page on Facebook. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.